the outset of our nation, it was the character of George Washington, our first president, that defined the presidency. He believed power was limited, not absolute, and that power always resides with the people, always. Now, over 200 years later, with today's Supreme Court decision, once again, it will depend on the character of the men and women who hold that presidency that are going to define the limits of the power of the presidency, because the law will no longer do it. I know I will respect the limits of the presidential powers I have for 3.5 years, but any president, including Donald Trump, will now be free to ignore the law. I concur with Justice Sotomayor's dissent today. Here's what she said. She said, in every use of official power, the president is now a king above the law. With fear for our democracy, I dissent. End of quote. So should the American people dissent. I dissent.
What's up, everybody? So, welcome to the show. If you've never seen this show before, my name is Jeremy Baker, co-creator of the VOR podcast and Radical Left Thug. And tonight is actually going to be our first official live stream of a political event. So, I appreciate you joining us. Mike can't join us tonight, but I've got a lot of stuff lined up. And I'm going to go ahead and hop over to the RNC here shortly. Before I do that, though, I do want to go over some stuff again that we kind of covered on the last show, but I have to bring this up again because while Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, and by the way, if you guys are just in love with Tim Walz yet, I mean, I just found out this about Tim Walz that I just found profound, that he has no stocks. Like, he has a savings account, checking account, like the normal 401k retirement stuff. But like, while he was in Congress, he didn't, because a lot of people, especially on the Republican side, as of recently, have been taking advantage of stock information. You know, people like Lauren Boebert should not be worth millions of dollars. I'm sorry to say that, but he just seems to be an all-around honest, decent human being who loves his family, spends time with his family, goes hunting, has a dog, loves his dog, doesn't take him out to a gravel pit and shoot it like some Republicans that we know. But then you have on the Republican side, like, I don't understand what this is, okay? Could somebody explain this? Like, we've shown the pictures. I think I have one here, okay? Mike and I think this was in New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken. The one rally that Trump claimed was 100,000 people in the venue. I think Max held like 20,000 people. We found pictures of the people wearing diapers. And we thought it was weird at first, but no, it was verified. These people were walking around wearing diapers with Donald Trump's face on it. You have people, men, grown-ass men, walking around wearing T-shirts. I don't have that one pulled up, but we're wearing T-shirts that say diapers over Dems, and real men wear diapers. And then now we have apparently, and I'm not kind of getting the flex on this one, we have JD Vance semen specimen cups. That is the new thing, I guess, that that's like disgusting. I don't understand that at all. But yeah, you decide what you think of that. So Donald Trump is not having a good time. He is completely melting down. One of the reasons possibly is because his stock prices are still going down. They're down another 3.5% just today. So that's going well. His return to Twitter did not help that, because the only real reason the stock price stayed up was because it was exclusive to Donald Trump. That's where you saw Donald Trump's post. But now that he's on Twitter, there's really no reason to be on Truth Social. Plus, with all the reports of it losing money, I'm pretty sure they're not going to be in operation much longer. I don't think they possibly can. So yeah, let's look at just a video that me and Mike played on. I just want to remind everybody, because I want people to see the difference between the RNC and the DNC. And on tomorrow night's show with me and Mike, we're going to have more clips from the DNC, some highlights and whatnot. But I want to remind everybody what the RNC was like Just to remember the ear patches, because the RNC, the whole point of the RNC was just to worship Donald Trump. That was the entire point of the Republican National Convention. That and apparently to hook up on Grindr. Because let's not forget about that. That Grindr crashed while the RNC was in town too. But yeah, so let's go ahead and I believe I made this video specifically for that episode. I think it's about 1.5 minutes long. So let me check in on what's going on in the RNC while you guys watch this video. Enjoy.
But what happened last week when they took a shot at my hero, the President of America? That's what I thought. Enough was enough.
Now, I understand everyone shit's emotional right now, but listen up. I got a 3-point plan to fix everything. Number one, we got this guy.
And I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother.
Number two, he's got a higher IQ than any man alive. And number three, he's gonna fix everything.
Let Trumpomania rule again.
I give you my word. He's gonna fix the economy.
Let Trumpomania make America great again.
I give you my word. He's gonna fix the dust on the street. So smart. He's gonna do it all in 1 week.
Hulk Hogan gave what I would say is probably the best speech at this convention so far.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
I'm sorry, I'd be a smart ass, but the movie, yeah, if you haven't seen that movie, it's called Idiocracy. Fantastic comedy. When I watched that originally in 2006, I thought that was hilarious. And it was just a funny movie. And as time went on, it's become more and more relevant. And it's kind of scary how close this is to reality at the moment. So looks like, let me check in with the convention. Oh, hold up. All right, let me switch over to that real quick.
The republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I just love the energy, man. Love the energy. Nobody's wearing ear bandages.
Please welcome the Soul Children of Chicago to sing our national anthem.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming. On the Rockies sprinkling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
Wow.
Land of the free and the home of the
Right. Peace. Forward. Forward.
All right. So yeah, we'll check back in once some of the speakers start to come out. Yeah, that was nice. That was nice. Give me 1 second. Let me just mute that real quick. Okay. So, yeah, I have found a video that I wanted to share with everybody that I don't think has gotten really enough attention. And this was JD Vance at one of his rallies recently, which we're going to talk about more on tomorrow's show. And I've tried to zoom in as much as I can and slow it down and whatnot with the limited amount of video editing skills that I have. But you're going to see something very disturbing. There is a gentleman in the background that does a Hitler salute to JD Vance as he walks by, and JD Vance stops and shakes his hand, and then is laughing and smiling as they walk away. And I try to zoom in on all the appropriate moments. So let me go ahead and show you this video real quick. I hope you find it as disturbing as I have. And again, Mike and I will be talking about this more on the show tomorrow. Yeah, if I was that lady, I'd look very confused as well. I'm sure you guys all saw that. So, yeah, that's what we're dealing with. Actual Nazis shaking the hands of the VP candidate of the Republican Party. It's a complete disaster. And so, yeah, before I hop back over to the DNC, let me go ahead and show you. Remember, try to remind everybody what it was like when Donald Trump walked into the RNC, because again, the RNC was all about worship Donald Trump. He's the greatest thing ever. Joe Biden sucks. That was literally the whole theme of this. And you're going to see a huge difference in the theme of the Democratic National Convention, because it's going to be about inclusion. It's going to be about the people of America. It's going to be about doing things that benefit us in the future. And if you guys haven't noticed this, like, Donald Trump lives in the past. Everything he talks about is before. He never has a solution for any problem that we're facing now or going forward. He'll scream out stuff like, oh, no tax on tips. Or Bitcoin will be made in America. He said that as well. Donald Trump did once say, I will make sure that all Bitcoin in the future is made in America. All right, I'm getting off topic here, but let me play this video of Donald Trump walking in to the RNC. I may have added music for comedic effect. I can't remember. Yeah, I did. Maybe you have no Donald Trump's go-to move is face dicking. Like when he and then when he dances, he does double fist. All right, sorry. Trying to keep the crude humor to a minimum. All right, let me go back over. Let me hop over. Hold up. Let me go ahead and unmute this. We'll hop back over and see what's going on the Democratic side. Oh, looks like they just got done with somebody, but let's hop over.
This is our town. We've got steel in our spines, iron in our veins,
Oh, shit.
and hope in our hearts. We've got the flavor. the guts, the grit, and those big shoulders you've heard so much about. We're a bold city, a proud city, a who you callin' second city, where 77 neighborhoods are one. A city of giants, a city with heart, a city with heroes, a sweet, sweet place to call home. We were born ready, baptized by fire, tireless, tenacious, tested, trusted. And like someone else we know, when we fight, we win. We're ready to rise to the challenge, to rise to new heights. Rise, rise, rise. Up, and away we go.
Now, I don't know the speaker's schedule,
to
but
scrape the sky and reach for the stars. To stand tall for tomorrow. To witness
I
greatness.
know
We ain't going back.
AOC
We've got
speaking
big things
tonight.
to do. Big shoes to fill.
Hold on, let me go
Big
ahead
dreams
and...
to realize. We ain't afraid of nothing. No nonsense, no fear. Oh yeah, we're ready. So America, welcome to Chicago. We've got our dancing shoes on. We've got our game faces on. America,
I like
we
this.
look like you, sound like you.
See,
work
this is
like
not
you,
about Donald.
dream
This is
like
not about
you.
Kamala Harris. And
We
Joe
feel
Biden. This is
you,
about the people.
America.
This is the
We
message.
see you, America. Hey, make some noise so we can hear you, America.
This is epic. Donald Trump's going to have an
Welcome
absolute
to
meltdown. We're going to have to check in on
Chicago.
Truth or on Twitter and see what he's doing over there as well. I was in Chicago one time, and I remember getting very intoxicated for a corporate event.
My fellow Democrats,
Let's see what's going on.
I started my journey to this stage in 1988. I was 12 years old, and my family was watching the Democratic National Convention. Now, to be honest, I wanted to watch something else. But we all knew when my grandfather sat in his chair, the TV was his. But folks, when Reverend Jackson came on, I paid attention. A black man from South Carolina, raised by a single mother. That was me. And as long as I live, I will never forget what he said.
Hold up.
He challenged young people to hope and to dream. So that's exactly what I did. I dreamed big, I worked hard, and I never lost hope.
Hold up. I got to find a video. When was the Democratic National, or when was
When
the
our
Republican
power was cut
convention?
off, when there was nothing in the
When was
fridge,
that?
when we lost our home to a con man, I never lost hope. And now, my friends, I'm standing on the same convention stage that inspired me. And I'm the chair of the Democratic Party, the world's oldest political party. Folks, only in America. And that's the beautiful thing about this country that I love so much. Hope and hard work can take you anywhere. You can go to college, you can start your own business, you can even win the Olympics. That's the America Democrats believe in, and that's the America Democrats are fighting for. So 4 years ago, my friends, we were a country divided by fear. And we were stuck under a man who preached bigotry and hatred.
Yes, we are.
Hope was
Yes, we
lost.
were.
But my friends, we found hope in President Biden and Vice President Harris. And the 80 million Americans who stood by their side. And now we are united. We're united in our pursuit of progress. Because, my friends, they saw us.
Let me mute this real quick. I hope they give Biden the credit he deserves. I really do hope they give Biden a massive amount of respect during this, because we wouldn't even be here right now if it wasn't for him stepping down. So I just kind of hope, like they said, that I'm hoping he speaks tonight. I'm not sure, but I'm hoping he speaks tonight.
I know that when we elect Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, they will build on our accomplishments, and they will create a country that works for every American. They will invest in our dreams and our futures, and hope will light our path forward. They will
love this
lead us in
message
the
already.
fight for America. And believe me, when we fight, we win.
That's right.
And folks, we can never forget who we are fighting for. This election is about Americans who are watching right now, wondering who's going to finally pave that dirt road or make it easier to feed their family or get medical bills under control. This election is about those who believe anybody can achieve their dreams if they work hard and trust in the endless possibilities of America.
Is it on YouTube?
This election is about communities who need to see that hope and joy will always overcome fear and chaos. This election is about every little boy inspired by a party chair who looks like him, and every little girl who will finally see a president who looks like her.
You know, it's funny. I like this comment because I'm pretty sure.
We are paving a path for them. We're working toward
Donald Trump's going to have an emergency press conference
and we
meltdown. Watch.
need each and every one of you to join us. In my beloved home state of South Carolina.
South Carolina. I used to be stationed in Charleston, man. And South Carolina is a beautiful state.
Our motto is, while I breathe, I hope. Folks, I believe in the power of hope, but it's going to take more than hope to win this election. So in the next 78 days, our motto can't be just, while I breathe, I hope. It must be, while I breathe, I vote.
Ooh,
because that is how we make hope real for all of America.
I'm getting chills. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Let's vote up and down the
If y'all have any
ticket.
questions,
Let's
post
save
them
our
in the comments. I'm
democracy,
trying to keep
and
my eye
let's
on the
vote
comments
for
as
our
best I can.
MVP, Kamala Harris,
There's not a lot of
and
people
our
on here,
coach,
so maybe I
Tim
can get to
Walz.
them.
Thank you all so much for being here. And now,
all right, just
it is indeed my pleasure to introduce our next speaker, who will be co-chair for tonight. This is a young woman who is the current lieutenant governor of the great state of Minnesota. And when Tim Walz becomes vice president, she will become the first Native American governor in this great country. Folks, let's welcome.
Right. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. All right, this is fantastic. Can you believe that in 2024 she's going to be the first
Good evening.
Native American governor in the United States?
Thank you, Jamie.
That's amazing.
As we gather together on this historic night, we remember those who came before us, who fought and prayed this moment into existence. The suffragists and the abolitionists, the activists who fought for our rights, the leaders who paved the way for us all. Their courage and conviction shaped the course of history. Their memory reminds us that the fight for freedom always passes from one generation to the next. We owe it to them and to ourselves to carry their legacy forward. Tonight, we pay tribute to those who dared to dream of a country that truly stands for liberty and justice for all. Next, we'll hear from one of those people, a lifelong advocate for civil rights, Maxine Waters.
Now, I don't know the schedule for tonight. I know AOC is supposed to speak. Hold on, let me mute this real quick. I know AOC is supposed to speak tonight. I'm pretty sure Biden's supposed to speak tonight. And then that's all I know.
Oh, I've seen a lot.
If anybody else knows the schedule,
lifetime.
please post it in the comments, please.
I was just 22 years
a little
old
busy.
when Fannie Lou Hamer made her
I could use
presence
backup.
known at another Democratic convention. It was in 1964 in Atlantic City, and she arrived with a group of Black delegates from Mississippi. And she
You can already tell the
simply
vibe
asked-
of this whole thing is different
she
than the
simply
RNC.
asked that her delegates be seated in place of the state's all-white delegation. She told the people in the room about the violence she suffered at the hands of white police because she, a Black woman, had demanded her right to vote. When she finished, she asked the country a simple but profound question. Is this America? She didn't get the outcome she was hoping for in Atlantic City, but you can bet that when the official Mississippi delegation was seated at the convention 4 years later, Fannie Lou Hamer was sitting there with them. Now here we are, 60 years later at another Democratic convention with Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris
This is epic.
as our party's nominee.
This is historic. I mean,
oh, so I know there is no better leader to marshal us into the future. Kamala has been a courtroom prosecutor, a district attorney, an attorney general, a United States senator, vice president of the United States.
What has Trump done?
And when the dust settles in
Grifted
November,
his entire life.
and Americans of all stripes
That's right.
have elected her their president, I know she'll be thinking
This
about
momentum
Fannie Lou,
shift is
who I
insane.
happen to know is one of Kamala's heroes. In that moment, all of us,
Keep in mind,
from New York to Pennsylvania to Arizona to California, we can ask ourselves, is this America? And we will be able to say loudly and proudly, you're damn right it is.
I love this. All right, let me take a break from this real quick. Hold on 1 second. Oh, okay. She's done talking anyway, so that's perfect. Yeah, this is good. This is historic. I mean, what you're watching is history in the making. I like to remind everybody that Donald Trump has had all his popularity bumps that he's going to get. You know, almost getting assassinated somehow, which was for some reason we're not talking about it anymore. But yeah, that was a popularity boost somehow. And then the RNC was supposed to be a huge popularity boost, and it turned out just to be an actual clown show full of cult members wearing fake patches on their ears. So yeah, I just want to just remind everybody the stark difference in message, in what the two parties are trying to do, because this is the difference. This is the fundamental difference between the parties. Excuse me. Okay, so the Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are middle class. They came up, they worked their way up in life. Okay, they are middle class. They actually know what service to the country is like. Whether it was through working for the government, working through the government, or like Kamala Harris as a prosecutor and all that stuff. Tim Walz as a high school teacher, then the military. They know what service is all about. Like, they know what it's like how hard it is to work your way up in this society. So they actually, I feel like they want to, serve the people. Whereas Donald Trump and the Republicans, they want the people to serve them. They feel like we're just supposed to like worship them and idolize them and elevate them and give all our money to them. That's not how it's supposed to work. So it's just crucial to continue to point out that democracy is absolutely 100% on the ballot in this country right now. And just a reminder, I'm going to play this video, because this video, I'm going to probably play it again tomorrow on tomorrow's show on Mike, because I'm going to talk about it with him. This video of Kevin Roberts, I don't know if you guys remember when he makes this threat. There's a part of this, part of what he says that it's bothered me ever since. And he says that there are things going on behind the scenes that we don't know, because everybody knows about Project 2025 now. Like, it's out in the open. It's been exposed. They're embracing it. They're bragging about it. But there is parts that we don't know behind the scenes. Imagine the awful stuff that we know now, if that's the stuff that we absolutely know, just imagine this stuff that they're doing behind the scenes. And it's been brought to my attention that there is an unpublished part of Project 2025 that is not well distributed that has to do with the Second American Revolution. If you guys, if that phrase sounds familiar, it's exactly what Kevin Roberts says in this video. So the more I honestly think that this is absolutely 100% true, and I'm going to keep investigating until I can find out whether it is or not. But let me just play this video as a reminder of what we're dealing with here, because the Heritage Foundation is pulling all the strings. Whether Donald Trump wants to admit it or not, they're pulling all the strings. They're the reason J.D. Vance is in there. They're the reason Donald Trump has all the support that he does, because he's an idiot. And we'll just let them do what he wants, as long as they give him power and praise and brag. And I'm going to talk about something I learned about Donald Trump today, too, that I thought was just absolutely pathetic. So let me play this video real quick as a reminder.
In spite of all this nonsense from the left, we are going to win. We're in the process of taking this country back. No one in the audience should be despairing. No one should be discouraged. We ought to be really encouraged by what happened yesterday. And in spite of all of the injustice, which, of course, friends and audience of this show, of our friend Steve know, we are going to prevail. Let me speak about the radical left. You and I have both been parts of faculties and faculty senates and understand that the left has taken over our institutions. The reason that they are apoplectic right now, the reason that so many anchors on MSNBC, for example, are losing their minds daily is because our side is winning. And so I come full circle in this response and just want to encourage you with some substance that we are in the process of the Second American Revolution, which will remain bloodless if the left allows it to be.
Right on. Thank you, brother.
Yeah. So, yeah, I just want to remind everybody that there is parts of Project 2025 that we do not know about yet, that they are doing behind the scenes. They've been trying to do it through the legal system in several states now. They've been trying to sue to prevent mail-in ballots from being counted after, if they come in, like if they're stamped properly before the election day, but come in afterwards as a result of a delay or something. They've been trying to make so those votes don't count, which would almost eliminate overseas military voting, which is pretty much a big ass kick in the nuts to veterans. So, yeah, it's amazing. And Trump continues to try and distance himself from Project 2025. We've seen the pictures. Like, I'm so tired of the lies. I hope after this November, this is over. And I think they know it too. That's the problem, though, is what I'm afraid of. And in Project 2025, in the first, before you even get into the substance of it, they even say in there that they know this is their last chance. So if they know this is their last chance, what are they willing to do to get what they want? So let me just play this video of Donald Trump praising the Heritage Foundation, just so we're clear on what's going on.
Your organization is named the Heritage Foundation because you understand that our glorious heritage is the foundation of everything we hope to achieve, which is why we need the help of the Heritage Foundation and everyone here tonight to get our tax cuts through the House, through the Senate.
Yeah, so that is true. That is true. The Heritage Foundation doesn't give a shit who it is. They just know Donald Trump has the support. They don't need Donald Trump. They need Donald Trump's base. You know what I mean? They don't give a shit. Like, I don't understand how Donald Trump doesn't realize that he's essentially disposable. And I'm not saying violence or anything. I'm not insinuating everything. But once Donald Trump gets them what they want, they don't need him. J.D. Vance and the Heritage Foundation are one fucking step, excuse my language, away from being in charge of this country and implementing everything in Project 2025. Or if Donald Trump obviously is old as hell and is not healthy, I don't know how I'm pretty sure, I don't know how he's still going with the diet the guy eats and the lack of exercise the guy gets. Riding around in a golf cart does not count as exercise. If something happens to him, boom, J.D. Vance is president, the Heritage Foundation does everything. And we're going to talk about a video tomorrow that exposes the Heritage Foundation as well. A British journalist went undercover as donors, and they talked to a guy named Russell Vogt, I believe is how you say his last name. And Russell Vogt is one of the architects of Project 2025. He's also on the list to be Donald Trump's chief of staff. So again, Donald Trump can say whatever the hell he wants. Yeah, he can say whatever he wants, but he is absolutely 100% tied. But it is private. His whole platform, everything he says, it's all Project 2025, all of it. So let me hop back over. I think it's just an ad playing right now on the DNC. Hold up. Oh shit, Jesse Jackson's on. All right, hold on. Man, I didn't realize yeah, I guess he is that old, isn't he? How old is Jesse Jackson? Let me look it up. How old is Jesse Jackson? 82 years old. See, this is what I like. Compared to Biden, man, Biden looks in great shape. He's good to see him out on the stage. That's amazing. I know, right? I was gonna say it, but I'll let you say it for me. Hey, I didn't think he was still alive either, but I didn't want to say that. So I don't know how long I'm going to stream tonight. It's actually the first time I'm streaming this. It's the first time I've ever actually watched a Democratic National Convention. Like I said, 3 years ago, Mike knows this very well. 3 years ago, I was not into politics at all. I didn't know. I probably couldn't even name the 3 branches of government. So everything I've learned has been over the last 3 years. So I wonder what we're going to have next. I think AOC comes on at 9 o'clock, but let me see if I can find
Democrats,
the schedule.
Our first order of business is adopting an up-to-date convention agenda. When the Convention Rules Committee met, everyone was working on updating plans based on the significant changes that had just occurred. When the committee approved an agenda, it was a work in progress that members knew would need to be revised accordingly. We now have an agenda for the next 4 days. The agenda is included in the Standing Committee report booklet emailed to each convention participant. In addition to fantastic speakers and performers, tonight's agenda provides for adopting the up-to-date convention agenda, hearing the Credentials Committee report, hearing the Rules Committee report,
Pamela. Thanks.
and considering the resolution as recommended by the committee.
I have more stuff,
Hearing
more
the
videos
Platform
and
Committee
stuff lined
report
up,
and
but I'm just going
considering
to hop
our
in and out of
national
this.
platform as recommended by the Platform Committee, and holding a confirmatory and ceremonial vote for our vice presidential nominee. Tuesday includes a ceremonial roll call for the presidential nominee. Wednesday, we'll hear ceremonial nominating speeches for our vice presidential nominee, and Governor Walz will make his acceptance speech.
Nice. That's going to be good. I'm going to try and stream that as well.
And on Thursday,
I'm going to try
friends,
to stream as much as I can,
we'll
but
hear
honestly,
a ceremonial nominating speech for our presidential nominee and Vice President Harris will make her acceptance speech.
Yes, she will. Absolutely.
So now, delegates, the chair will entertain a motion to approve the up-to-date agenda. Is there a second? All in favor of approving the convention agenda, please say aye. All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it.
Okay, we're good. Can you imagine if there was one person like, nay? Just some asshole.
Are we going to the next one?
Please welcome Credentials Committee co-chairs, Secretary Marcia Fudge and James Roosevelt Jr.
I don't know who they are. I do not know who they are. So let me hop out real quick. So what I was saying is I'm going to try and stream as much of this as I can, which is different for us because we normally don't stream like this. We do our shows, which are kind of planned out. I mean, they're all unscripted, but they're all planned out for the most part. But we don't get paid for this kind of stuff. So I don't know how much of this I can do. But I'm like I said, I'm going to try. But if you guys, like I said, if you're new to this show and you've never seen us before, go ahead. If you can give us a like and subscribe, that would be fantastic. I believe I put all of our GoFundMe information and social media information in the comments. If anybody would like to donate to the show, we are trying to get better equipment so we can do better productions and whatnot. Like we're barely keeping their stuff together with the laptops and cameras and stuff that we have. But yeah, so let me go over to. Okay, so they're not really. Let me go over here real quick. Let's go ahead and see what's going on Twitter. Give me 1 second here. Yep, give me 1 second here. Just switching things up real quick. Okay, I'm gonna hop on Twitter, control Twitter for a little bit and see what's going on in between. I'm listening in though to I'll keep listening in. We'll hop in and out as time goes on. So let me I know I have a couple other things I wanted to play. And again, if anybody knows the speaker schedule, because I do not know it, I've been looking all day and Mike's been looking all day. And we're just kind of winging it right now. So, but let me go ahead and show you some of the stuff that's going on Truth Social at the moment. This is Donald Trump's post from, I think, a couple of days ago. He's freaking out about getting sentenced, which is right around the corner, right after my birthday. Judge Merchan just ruled that I, the Republican candidate for president, and leading the polls, am still under a gag order concerning very important things, which must be brought to light. What are you talking about? I am not allowed to answer reporters' questions. Can you believe this? The New York courts refused that. This is beginning right before voting. Suppression, manipulation, blah, blah, blah. The last sentence is the one I want to, or the second to last sentence, must get Supreme Court involved. If that's not a cry out to the Supreme Court, I don't know what is. But at this point, I think the Supreme Court is starting to abandon Donald Trump. Just because they have ruled against them recently. And then that was from the other day. And I think this post right here, this is from today at 2:11 p.m. So the Democrats staged their first ever coup in quotation marks. Not sure what that is in America. Crooked Joe Biden was told, sorry, Joe. Sorry, Joe. You're losing to Trump big. You can't beat him. You're fine. Stupid. No, sorry, give me a second. Give me a second to breathe. This is so stupid. You're fired. Like, that's his only. He's still using that stupid catchphrase all these years later. That's embarrassing. Where was I? You're fired. So now, for the first time in American history, I'll have two candidates. The second being a radical left Marxist comrade Kamala Harris. It's not fair. Perhaps even another form of election interference. But the good news is that she should be easier to beat than crooked Joe Biden. and that the USA will never allow itself to become a communist country. Democrats are a threat to democracy? Question mark. Why is there a question mark? That the Democrats, all caps, the Democrats are a threat to democracy. He's an idiot. Okay, so yeah, that's what he's doing right now. But let's see what's going on Twitter. Hold on a second. Let me pull this up. Is Donald Trump posting? No, Donald Trump's not posting. This is the dumb shit that Donald Trump posts now. But see, now that he's on, I see, look, he posts videos like this. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hold on a second. Let me start this again. Let me start this again. What the fuck was this? Listen to this ads that the Donald Trump makes. These are insane. Let me start it over.
I was robbed. They tried to run me over with a getaway car. He almost killed me right over here. He was laughing as he fractured my skull.
Amanda's attacker was an illegal immigrant drug dealer arrested twice before, but released by San Francisco DA Kamala Harris.
If Kamala Harris hadn't let him out, this never would have happened to me.
Kamala put violent illegals, convicted felons back on the streets.
Not true.
Kamala just doesn't care about protecting people like me.
Make America Great Again Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Jesus.
They tried to run me over with a getaway car.
Wow. Okay, let me shut that off. Let's see what else is going on. Look at this. See, look at this. This is stuff Donald Trump posts. I don't know if you guys see this. Let me try. This is about the big eyes. Oh, okay. Let me see. I make a big. There we go. This is okay. So this is Donald Trump saying what the DNC is going to be: communism in Chicago. This is what Donald Trump posts. This guy's a psychopath. He should be in a padded room, not the White House. This guy should not be anywhere near the nuclear button. Nowhere close, but Jesus Christ. All right. Let's see what else is going on. Let's see what Janine Pirro's up to. The Dems are all smoke and mirrors. When did she post that 48 minutes ago? What the fuck is this? What? Hold on a second. All right, hold on a second. I don't know if that's gonna work. No. She is in. All right, we're not gonna play that video because it's going over to TikTok. Hold on one second. See what Marjorie Taylor Greene's up to. In other words, Kamala is promising amnesty to all. Oh my God, these people are crazy. She at the RNC was just absolutely horrible. She was one on this transphobic attack. I believe I have the video of it, and it was after Amber Rose gave this big old speech about, oh, this is all parties all about love and blah blah blah. Oh my God, these people are insane. See what Lauren Boebert's up to. I don't know how I mean, if she gets reelected, Jesus Christ. A mother's love is universal. Are you kidding me? Did she really just post this? You got to be kidding me. I wish I could blow that up. Mother's love is universal. This is the same one that didn't go to. Did she even pay for a lawyer for her kid? Oh my God, this is so sad. All right.
Of the 2024 Democratic National Platform.
Thank you. The co-chairs have moved the approval of the national platform. Is there a second? We have a second. I will now call for a voice vote to approve the platform as recommended by the platform committee. All those in favor of approving the platform, please say aye. All opposed say no. Co-chairs, I am pleased to report for the record that with the majority of the delegates having voted in the affirmative, the platform has been adopted. Once again, thank you to our platform committee co-chairs and members, as well as a platform drafting committee and its chair, Louisa Terrell.
Are we? That's funny. I stopped using Twitter, man. I repost some stuff, but I really don't post there anymore because of Elon Musk. It's just a nightmare over there. It's a cesspool. So I've been over on Threads recently, doing my thing over there. Like I said, we're not monetized on any platform, so I don't know if this is just I spend an obsessive amount of time on our shows, just doing 2 shows a week, and it takes hours to do this stuff. And I've not, live streaming just as I threw this together at the last minute, hoping it would work, and so far it's actually working really well.
Who works hard for the American people and has an endless supply.
Remember, I tried to live stream the. Oh, you just donated? Thank you so much.
In Vice President Tim
Yo, appreciate that.
Come on, give it
That's so awesome. Yeah, we're trying to get new computers and shit because when I started doing this, I did not know how to video edit. I didn't know how to podcast. I didn't even know how to do it. I actually just I had it was February 20th. All right. I'll share some. Let me mute this real quick. I'll share some personal information about myself since I usually don't know. Like February, I broke my leg the beginning of February 2021. It was like right after the insurrection, and I had this epiphany, I guess, and I just kind of like felt like I knew what I had to do. You know what I mean? I'm not religious, so I don't want to call it a religious experience, but I had like this moment where I just kind of knew I had this idea. I've had ideas before, like, I'm kind of a stoner, so stoners have ideas all the time, and then we just forget what they are. So, but no, I just had this idea, and I had broken my leg, and I was laid up on the couch, and I mean, this idea hit me so hard that I jumped off the couch one-legged and hopped over to the table to write all this stuff down, and I ended up writing an entire book. And the book really wasn't something that I was trying to like make money off. It was more of a personal experience, personal journey of mine, where I write about myself and then all this stuff. Like I felt like the entire answer to this country was being united. Unity, you just one word, unity is the key to everything. And for the last 3 years, I've been trying to figure out a way to, bring people together. And it led me to podcasting, but then I had to learn. So I self-taught myself all this stuff. And I've met some amazing people along the way too. You guys, when you leave comments, I mean, we have a lot of fun doing this stuff. Through the reason we keep going. But yeah, so since then, I started, I didn't even have a social media account. Like 2 years ago, I didn't even have a Facebook account. I think I deleted the one that I had back in the day. So all our social media accounts are new. So yeah, it's hard for us to put all this stuff together. It takes a lot of time, but we've been doing it for 10 months now. Mike and I did. And I was part of a podcast before this that was growing pretty fast, but we just kind of had a falling out. But thank God I met Mike, and Mike and I decided to do our own thing. And it's been a lot of fun ever since. And we've been doing it for 10 months now. We haven't made a dime in profit. Like, we're not doing this for the money. You know what I mean? It'd be nice to do this full time. Like, we want to make more content. We want to do more videos. I could do this all day long and just make content and edit. And me and Mike could do this if we could invest more time in it. Yeah, because we really just enjoy doing it. So we've been doing this for the last 10 months, trying to build our social media stuff. And I don't know, TikTok hates us. Twitter is garbage. Unless you pay money, they don't even see your tweets anymore. You know what I mean? Threads, I don't know what's going on with Threads. Try and post as much as I can, but growing on there is hard too. And we managed to grow pretty good. I'm proud of us. We've actually been able to, I think when we started in October last year, my YouTube account had 86 followers or subscribers, I think, at the time. And now we're up to over 1,600. So with no budget and no knowledge of really what we were doing, it was all trial and error. We've managed to, I think, put together something special. So we want to get more people involved. We want to have more guests. We're going to have in the future here. And I want to say thank you to everybody that watches the show. Like, we really love you guys. But in the future, we are planning on having Tennessee Brando back on the show. We're going to have Fred Wellman, who is actually at the DNC right now. We're going to have him on the show after he gets back. obviously is a little busy right now, so we're going to have some firsthand accounts of what it was like at the DNC. I'm going to try and get Coach D back on the show. We're going to have Liz McIntyre, the founder of Stop Moms for Liberty. She'll be back on the show. So we've got a lot of good stuff planned. We have some other shows planned with Colleen Luckett regarding women's rights. And like, we have all these ideas and all these plans, but trying to get everybody together in different parts of the country to make videos is difficult. We are trying to expand, do more than just what we're doing now. But like I said, we're having a lot of fun, and we thank you guys all for watching and supporting what we do. So let me play another video just to kind of again. Oh, you know what? I wanted to play this Amber Rose video just because you could tell the vibe is totally different. But this was Amber Rose. From what I can tell, Amber Rose is probably going to need a pardon in the near future, based on there's a lot of people involved in this the crypto scams. I think she might be one of them, from what I can read, from what I've read. So she is sold herself to the dark side, and it doesn't make sense for her to support the RNC. This is what I understand, because I mean, Project 2025. Let's be honest, they want to ban porn, and if you're an OnlyFans model, like that's your basic source of income, typically that you would not want to support that group. I don't think. This is just me throwing it out there, because they're trying to throw people in prison for producing or possessing pornography in the future. Like, very dystopian. Like, people are angry enough as it is, man. You take away porn, oh boy, there are gonna be problems. All right, well, I'm getting off topic again, but let's watch Amber Rose, because she was one of the opening speakers at the RNC, which was just this weird carnival of just B-list celebrities and people like Amber Rose. Let me plot and show this to you, and I have a picture I want to show you.
My name is Amber Rose. I'm a model and entrepreneur. Thank you. But most importantly, I'm a mother. My whole world revolves around providing for my children, keeping them safe, and giving them an opportunity for a better life. That's something that unites all American parents. Whether we're Republicans, Democrats, conservatives, or liberals, we all want a better country for our children. But I'm here tonight to tell you, no matter your political background, that the best chance we have to give our babies a better life is to elect Donald Trump president of the United States. But I do care about the truth. And the truth is that the media has lied to us about Donald Trump. I realize Donald Trump and his supporters don't care if you're black, white, gay, or straight. It's all love.
And then, like, right after that, Marjorie Taylor Greene comes on. Like, not right after, but Marjorie Taylor Greene comes on and does this anti-trans rant that is just ridiculous. But let me unmute this.
The U.S. is nearing a major milestone in the fight against the coronavirus. The U.S. is about to deliver the 200th million COVID shots since President Biden took office, beating his target by about a week. Millions of American students returned to school earlier this month after more than a year of remote learning. Sports venues are filling up and concerts are getting scheduled.
Well, this is on. I'm going to try and find some more videos to play, because this is fun.
To be able to serve our customers again after all this, it's a blessing.
Let's go to July. Oh, shit.
Please welcome
All right.
Illinois Representative Lauren Underwood.
COVID was the worst public health crisis in a century.
Yeah.
Donald Trump failed us.
Yeah, he fucking botched the shit out of it. Jesus, come on, man.
Got it under control. Donald Trump said, "It is what it is." Joe Biden and Kamala Harris said, "Help is on the way." Democrats in Congress tried to lower the cost of health care. Donald Trump tried to take our health care away. We tried to expand Social Security and Medicare. Donald Trump tried to cut them year after year after year. He took the COVID crisis and turned it into a catastrophe. We can never let him be our president again.
I agree with that. That was awful. Like, people just have short-term memories, man. I don't remember.
About making healthcare more affordable. As someone with a pre-existing condition, I am determined to protect the people who are most at risk. And as the youngest Black woman ever elected to Congress, I am painfully aware that Black women, especially
All right,
pregnant
I'm
women
loading some more videos.
were more likely
So give me a second while you guys watch this. Got some good stuff.
I wrote the Momnibus to protect those women and to address the maternal health crisis. And that bill was introduced and championed by Senator Kamala Harris. Because she protects the people who are most vulnerable. She's done it for her whole career. As vice president, she and President Biden passed my legislation to make healthcare more affordable. And now 4 out of 5 Americans can get covered through the Affordable Care Act for $10 or less per month. And under the Biden-Harris administration, the number of uninsured Americans hit an all-time low.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, please.
4 years ago,
I have like so many files of freaking videos on here. It's ridiculous now.
convention like this.
I can't believe, like, I never knew. I can't believe a couple of years ago I didn't know how to do any of this stuff. I'm sorry. I know I'm talking a lot about random stuff, but since we're streaming this, you may as well get to know me a little bit.
President of the United States. We have come so far these past 4 years, and we're not going back. Thank you.
I agree.
My name is Rich Logis. I live in Florida, and until 2 years ago, I was a full-fledged member of MAGA. I believe
Okay.
Trump.
This is good. This is a good idea.
Podcast. I was in a state of panic, terrified.
They have Republican speakers at this event as well. It's not just Democrats. I mean, I think that's what's going to be the most troubling for Donald Trump is he's got people that he thinks should be worshiping him, and you know, they're not. They're actually coming to the senses and starting to speak out. So I think Kamala Harris was that unifying factor that we needed. I mean, I have mad respect for Joe Biden.
So this is my message to all the Republicans and independents.
But man, I'm telling you what, Kamala Harris in 1 month managed to do what he couldn't do in 3.5 years. So I find that absolutely amazing.
But it's never too late.
So there's a lot to be excited about.
You don't need to agree.
There's a lot to be excited about
tonight to do what is right. We need to be able to trust our leaders. That's why I'm all in for Kamala Harris.
Please welcome California Representative Robert Garcia.
Oh, there it is. There it is. I found it. Oh, okay. This guy's fantastic. I like this guy.
Thank you.
We've shown videos of him on the show before too.
We all remember the world.
They see he's from California.
Where we were, and for some of us, who we lost.
Yeah, Fred Wallman's awesome. Thanks for watching the show. You're like one of our most devoted followers. I love it. Thank you so much.
And my mom was a healthcare worker.
I love this comment. It's funny because I started.
COVID pandemic consumed
That's funny.
our lives.
Yeah, man. Just
as mayor, I fought for more hospital beds, for more tests, and to make masks more accessible. What we needed at that moment was national leadership. But instead, we got Donald Trump. While schools closed and dead bodies filled morgues.
See, I don't think people. That's what I'm saying. That short-term memory, man.
He told us to inject bleach into our bodies.
He did.
He peddled conspiracy theories
And shine and light up our assholes.
We lost hundreds of thousands of Americans, and our economy collapsed.
Yo, I gotta admit, I'm enjoying streaming. This is the first time I've ever done this. This is kind of fun.
2020. My mom and my stepfather both died
hold on, let me check my
of the
text.
COVID pandemic.
I'm talking about you right now.
Every single day. So when Donald Trump and his MAGA extremists like Marjorie Taylor Greene downplay the horror of the pandemic, it should make us all furious.
They really did fuck that up. I mean, we can't deny that wasn't handled horribly.
Now, I will never forget.
Let's turn my speakers up. Hold on one second.
My parents died.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She told me about her own story.
Thank you.
About losing her own mother.
Is that better?
And that she was praying for me at that very moment. Now, we all know that later that year, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were elected president and vice president. And what a difference they made together. They got people vaccinated. They got the virus under control. They safely reopened our schools.
Hey, Mike.
And passed the American Rescue
Mike's
Plan.
here. What's up, dude?
A historic economic package that helped small businesses and created jobs all across the country. Thank you, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
I hope they do a massive tribute to Joe Biden.
Now, I am a proud
really do.
immigrant who came to the United States as a young child. We grew up poor. English was our second language. And we often, like many immigrant families, struggled to get by.
So most people don't know that. I'm the son of an
But my
immigrant
mom,
as well, so most people
she
don't
moved here to the United States
see
because
that.
she believed in the American dream. I'll never forget the day that I became a United States citizen. I raised my right hand and I pledged an oath to protect and to love this country.
Exactly.
It was the proudest day of my life.
You know what's amazing to me is
My mom taught me to love this country. She taught me that real American patriotism is not about screaming and yelling America first.
yeah, that's right.
Real
Thank
American
you.
patriotism
That's right.
is loving your country so much
Thank you.
that you want to help the people in your country.
You're fucking right.
That
Thank you.
is American
Thank you,
patriotism.
Thank you. Sorry about all the swearing. I'm just getting emotional.
And we all know that Kamala Harris understands and knows this as well. Kamala Harris is ready to lead this country.
Absolutely. This is amazing how she's unified the whole party
We can
in a month.
all remember
A
2020.
month.
We can all remember the horrors of Donald Trump. But let's remember, most importantly, tonight and every single day this week,
Mm-hmm.
that we are not going back.
That's right.
Thank you.
That's right. Nice. I like Robert Garcia. All right, so let me go ahead and hop out of that real quick. All right, so I got some videos. Let me mute on the other. Hold on, I gotta turn the volume down so I can focus a little bit. Oh, hold up. Oh wait, no, hold up. We gotta show this.
Jobs. Trump claims his administration created more jobs than we ever had before. He says we had the greatest economy ever, and then we got hit with COVID, and he says he created a manufacturing jobs miracle. Let's dig in. More jobs than we ever had before? Trump lost 3 million jobs. In fact, he's the first president to lose jobs since Herbert Hoover.
my God, Donald
What about
Trump
this
is
claim that it
just
was the
gonna be
greatest economy ever
melting
and only COVID
down
changed
right
it?
now,
Once
man.
again, no. Let's take a look at his track record on jobs before COVID.
After
as
this, I'm
compared
gonna
to the
play that
Biden-Harris
Lincoln Project
administration.
ad again.
What do you know? Hardly the most successful ever. And about his supposed manufacturing miracle, Trump talked a big game, but actually lost 178,000 And just to be clear, it wasn't just COVID here
Look,
either.
Donald Trump was ranked
Manufacturing
the
jobs
worst
were
president
already
in
on
United
their way
States
down
history.
before the pandemic. So
What more
that's
do we
round
need
one.
to prove?
And it
I mean,
looks like what we
Jesus
have
Christ.
here is 2 lies and another lie. You get the hang of it? I'll see y'all in a little bit.
That's funny. They're going to be attacking him like this all night long. Let's see who the speaker is real quick.
Donald Trump downplayed COVID while Americans were living in fear. He lied about creating jobs while our communities were fighting to
All right.
survive.
I don't want to hear about COVID anymore. All right. All right. So, yeah. Turn this down again so I can hear you guys. I'm doing this with one screen and a mouse. Bear with me. But yeah, I have, speaking of Donald Trump saying lies, we talked about on the show yesterday that Elon Musk and what's her name, that lady J.K. Rowling are involved, going to be involved in possibly a lawsuit that could involve jail time due to cyberbullying over the Olympics, spreading false information that she's a trans woman, even though she's a woman, she's just a woman. And like I said before, like it's boxing. Like, what do you expect? I don't understand what their standards are for trying to call shit just because she's a good boxer and has, like, she's built. She's a boxer. But this is Donald Trump also saying lies about her. And I hope he gets what he deserves for it, too, because he's doing this on the campaign trail. Now, this video I'm going to play, Donald Trump is talking about her. This is after she'd won the gold medal. So after she'd won the gold medal, after all this has been debunked and all this stuff, Donald Trump decides that he's going to go out and still say this on a campaign, during a presidential campaign speech. And, you know, he's not the president right now, so he's not subject to any immunity. So, yeah, let's see what happens with that. Let me play the video real quick.
And I'd like to congratulate the young woman who transitioned from a man into a boxer. You saw she won the gold medal. How about the young Italian, beautiful Italian boxer? She got in there and she didn't know what was going on, and she was a very good boxer, you know, against other women. She didn't count on this. And he's up here, boom, one little jab, whoa. She goes, nobody ever hit me that way. Then he goes, boom. And she said, okay, I had enough. It's crazy what they're doing. And this person won the gold medal. Did they win the gold medal today? What do you think of that, Tim? I don't think Tim likes it. Greg, no good, right? Now, how crazy is it? How crazy is it? For 4 more years, crazy. And she wants it. She wants men to play in women's sports.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's him right there defaming somebody like he does. He just loves to do it. But again, Donald Trump's an idiot. The guy's an idiot. We've talked about it before. He thinks that asylum seekers are people from asylum seekers seeking visas are crazy people from insane asylums getting credit cards. And then we've talked about this again, and I'm telling you, this is true. I mean, well, as far as I'm concerned, it is. But when Donald Trump always gives speeches about whales dying because of wind turbines, okay, yes, there are stories out there about whales being bothered by wind turbines, but it's not whales, like not whales in the ocean. Okay, it's the country of Wales. They have a lot of wind turbines over there. A lot of people are annoyed. Windmill and make whales sad. But so yeah, Trump is an idiot. Trump is an absolute idiot. I'm telling you guys. And just to prove it even further, here is him speaking recently from the Bitcoin conference, and this is where he said that he'll make sure that all Bitcoin, or no, This is not where he said it in a previous speech, where he'll make sure that all Bitcoin will be made in America in the future. I'm not making this up. I'll try and find the video and for a future episode because it's hilarious. How he thinks Bitcoin is like a physical thing that you hold in your hand. I swear it's not. This is the crazy stuff he goes around saying. He doesn't have any clue what he's talking about on any subject whatsoever. Infrastructure, no idea. The guy's never built a damn thing. I mean, he just puts his name on things. That's it. He's the brand. He's just a name. He's nothing. Nothing, man. He's a con man. He's conned his way his entire life. All the way, he's conned his way up to being president of the United States, largely in part due to the show The Apprentice. We can thank The Apprentice producers back in, I forget the 2000s, the period it was, but we can thank them for, making Donald Trump seem like he was this amazing businessman and all that stuff. Because back in the day, before the internet was what it was, we actually thought reality TV for the most part was reality, like unplanned, but now it's obviously all scripted. So largely in part to him being on The Apprentice and it being such a success. Now we're dealing with Donald Trump. It's unbelievable. But recently, let me play this next video, and let me see what's going on right now. I think they're switching guests. All right. So at the first emergency press conference of Donald Trump's where he did it, I think this was at Mar-a-Lago, not the one where he had groceries laying out everywhere up in New Jersey at Bedminster. They asked him about his ear because, look, me and Mike have been calling bullshit on the wound. Okay, I'm not saying that, yes, the shooting happened. All that stuff happened. And did he get hit? Yes, I guess, because there was blood and stuff. But he was not shot, man. I'm sorry. I'm going to say I will not admit that he's shot. No medical records have been released. No information from the hospital whatsoever. They've been radio silent. I'm sure they were threatened. And no information. And all we got was a letter from Ronnie Jackson, who is no longer a doctor, just Donald Trump's buddy, who he turned the White House into a trap house, a pill mill. That's who told us about his wound. So he showed up a few days after the assassination attempt with that goddamn little bandage on there, trying to play it off like he was wounded. And then literally days later, he's on camera with a Band-Aid. And this is supposed to be covering a wound from an AR-15 round. Okay, I'm sorry. I have to talk about it because the media has stopped talking about it. Like, this is bothering me. Like, this is one of the things that really bothers me. 3 weeks later, no bandage, no cut, no scar. Like, I have a scratch on my arm right now I can show you that is more of a scar than what Donald Trump has on his ear. And then me and Mike were joking around about it because we always reference like North Korea, like Kim Jong-un or whatever the name is. How these people think that like he doesn't poop. He doesn't have a butthole. So we always joke around that Trump is going to go around saying that he just magically he heals fast. And it was a joke at first, but then he went out and actually said it at this first press conference. So let me play that real quick. This is one of the few questions that I thought was actually interesting from this press conference.
Yeah. Pretty much recovered. Yeah. I'm a fast healer. It's a hell of a shot. But I'm a fast healer. Yeah. Pretty much recovered.
Come on, bro.
No, it didn't hit that. I got very lucky. It just hit
the lobe.
The lobe, as they call it.
The lobe, as they call it.
Yeah, a little bit, not much. On top.
That's not the lobe, but the lobe. I heal fast, really? I heal fast. That's what we're talking about. Come on, man. If you just joined or coming on, so we're talking about, I am live streaming the DNC event, but I'm just taking a break in between to show some funny videos. The last video I just showed was about Donald Trump saying that he heals fast, and that's why he doesn't have any scratch on his ear 3-4 weeks after being shot. Okay, I'm sorry. The corporate media has completely stopped talking about it like it's no big deal. But he doesn't heal fast. Okay, he's 78 years old. If anything, he heals slower than average people. So if you were shot, and I remind people that Donald Trump's post after the assassination attempt said specifically, I might even be able to pull it up. Hold on. I know I have it here somewhere. Give me a second. I got to get better at organizing my shit on here. But no, I know I have it right here somewhere. Give me 1 second. His post immediately after being shot was, there it is. I told you I found it. I'll read it to you. So he says his ear is magically healed. Okay, this is what he posted. And I'm just going to read the parts that I highlighted. Okay, Donald Trump posted, I was shot with a bullet that pierced the upper part of my right ear. And then immediately I felt the bullet ripping through the skin. That is what Donald Trump, and that is not a Donald Trump post. I can guarantee here. What, you want to see a Donald Trump post? There you go. Quotation marks, all caps rants, capital words for no reason at all. Yeah, and just complete gibberish. That's a Donald Trump post. This was written by somebody, but that is not a Donald Trump post because everything on there is spelled properly. There's no all caps rants, and the punctuation is absolutely perfect. So somebody wrote that for Donald Trump. But like I said, it says that the bullet pierced the ear. Yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah, Ben Meiseles calls Trump Herbert Hoover. He is, man. Oh, hold up. Let me hop over. Hold up.
Semiconductor plants and data centers of the future. We are hard at work in Phoenix, Mesa, Goodyear, Chandler, and more. Our neighborhoods, schools, and local businesses are growing. Sometimes we have so many projects that we send fabrication out to other states. Our local union is now up to 4,800 trades members. That's up from 2,800 in 2020, thanks to Joe and Kamala.
And it's an exciting time for us in the next generation. Our apprenticeship program now trains over 1,100 people a year. Every year at local high schools, when they announce what graduated seniors are doing next, more and more of these kids are joining the trades. My son is a senior in high school this year, and he plans to join us. Not just for the great career and the financial security that all us parents want for our kids, but it's because he's excited to work on the cutting edge of innovation. Kamala Harris will keep investing in American manufacturing. With her commitment, there's nothing that us American workers can't build.
Please
the
welcome
message is
Ohio
so much.
Representative Joyce Beatty.
I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Where's all the other people? I know it's the first night. I can't wait to see the next couple nights. Actually,
Joyce
Mike,
Beatty,
you know what we're doing tomorrow?
And I'm
I know
proud
exactly
to
what we're doing tomorrow.
represent Ohio in Congress. I was born in the Buckeye State, and I've never left. Now, J.D. Vance likes to talk about how he's from Ohio, but as soon as he could,
We're gonna live stream this
he
tomorrow
ran
with
away to Yale and Silicon Valley,
That'll be fun.
cozying up with billionaires while trashing our communities. JD has been our senator for 18 months. And what has he done for
shit, she's from
hardworking Americans?
Oh shit.
Nothing. He's been busy writing the foreword to the book from the Project 2025.
Oh, no, they're calling him out. They're calling him out.
While JD and Donald Trump have been sharing conspiracy theories from the darkest corners of our internet. Kamala Harris and Joe Biden have been busy expanding access to the internet.
They have.
While the other guys
They have in my
have
area.
been
I live in a remote area.
criticizing women without children. Joe and Kamala have been expanding the child tax credit.
They are.
And let me just tell you, cutting the poverty rate for our children. Kamala and Joe Biden have been also at the same time reducing the price of health care for our seniors.
You know, I like to remind
And
everybody
yes, securing a cap of $35
Donald Trump
on
took credit for,
insulin.
oh my God, Donald Trump just took credit for that the other day.
And as JD and Trump,
There is, I have that video too. Hold on. I'm gonna load it. Yes,
Kamala
please
and
talk
Joe
about this,
have
please.
been bringing the jobs of the future to America today.
This is fantastic.
With the CHIPS Act, a $280 billion investment. And that's not just a big number. It means new semiconductor plants and thousands of good-paying jobs.
This is a good message so far.
I worked with Kamala to pass it, and I saw her leadership style up close, a rare combination of
I'm gonna hop out
brilliance,
here in a couple seconds.
legal expertise,
Got a couple
and
of videos.
patience.
Actually, I'm gonna hop out right now because she was talking about the $35 insulin. Let me play this video. We just played this yesterday on the show, but since she said it, I'll play it again. This is Donald Trump taking credit for the $35 insulin. He was speaking at his intellectual speech on the economy, and then he says he's responsible for the $35 insulin that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are taking credit for. The guy's brain is melted. Swiss cheese at this point here.
Kamala and Joe tried to take credit for $35 insulin. You know that. You know who did that? I did that. I did the insulin, and it kicked in. And I remember when I did it, it had to be a statute. It was a certain statute that took a certain period of time. I said, I hope I'm elected because somebody's going to get a lot of credit for doing what I got done. I got it done.
Listen, what's going on?
Well, the air of joy and freedom
Yes, come
is
on.
up on us.
That's what I'm talking about.
And now it is on us to go seize it.
See, they're not talking about worshiping Trump,
bless
and they're not
you.
even bashing Trump. I mean, we're not even talking about worshiping Kamala Harris or Tim Walz. They're not bashing Trump. I mean, they're bashing him, but they're talking about the people, though.
Please welcome ABSNU President Lee Saunders, SEIU President April Barrett.
All right, let me hop.
The
They're talking about helping the people, all people, and whether Republicans realize it or MAGA realizes it, they would benefit from it as well, because they're included. They are Americans. The Democrats are an all-inclusive thing, but I just hate what Donald Trump has done in this country. Just tore us completely apart. And saying that you want to end democracy is completely ridiculous. You want to shred the Constitution or go against what it says, even though you took an oath to uphold it. It just drives me nuts. But so you know what? Donald Trump recently was really pissed off about a Lincoln Project ad that they put out. And he actually sent out a cease and desist letter telling him to stop playing it because it hurts my feelings. And then Rick Wilson got on YouTube, made a video, pretty much to take his letter and shove it up his ass. Well, this is the video that Donald Trump hates and doesn't want people to play. So, of course, we're going to play it. Here we go.
Donald, they were wrong. Susie Wiles, Chris LaCivita, Tony the Pollster, they got it wrong.
President Joe Biden has just announced that he is dropping out of the 2024 presidential race.
They told you that Biden would never quit, that you should spend all that time, all that money, so much money, focusing on Biden, how he's too old. Now it's Harris. She's younger than you by a lot. Faster on her feet, better than Biden was on camera. They were wrong, but they're wrong a lot. Wrong that Vance would help you. You know he's terrible. Wrong that you have the race sewn up. It's sad, Donald. They spend more time trying to keep you under control than trying to win. More time trying to keep you from looking at what they're spending, what they're doing behind your back. Sad. Maybe you're losing your grip, Donald. Maybe you're the only one who could run your campaign. If Susie and Chris got it so wrong on Biden, what else have they screwed up?
No shit. I can't believe that they messed up so bad. How did they not see this coming? Because Joe Biden was retired, I might remind everybody. He was done after he was VP. He left politics altogether. And the only reason he came back in was to defeat Donald Trump and get him out of office. And by him stepping down and allowing Kamala Harris to unify the entire party, I mean, she is just put just a shot of enthusiasm, like people saying the word hope now. The future looks brighter, I think, than ever before. But we are witnessing history. Not only on one hand, we have the first female Black Asian woman, or it's a female president of the United States. That's history right there, okay, in the making. On the other hand, we have a diaper baby billionaire who wants to end democracy, install a dictatorship, ban everything, books, abortion, eliminate the Department of Education, ban porn, all that stuff. Those are such polar opposites that I don't understand how people are in the middle anymore. You know what I mean? Some people are like, "Oh, I'm still undecided. I haven't figured out yet who I want to vote for." Like, are you kidding me? You're just not paying attention. You are not paying attention right now if that's your stance on things. Because the contrast could not be more obvious. So yeah. Let me see. Okay. So they're talking about that's good stuff they're talking about. It's a lot of energy. Let me play another video. This was recently Donald Trump talking about migrants coming into the country, and they're taking our jobs. They're taking our jobs. Donald Trump seems to think that more than 100% of our jobs are being taken by immigrants. So they're coming in, taking every single job that's coming. Like all those he says all those new jobs that Joe Biden created are being taken by immigrants, but not just those jobs. More than those jobs are being taken. It makes no fucking sense whatsoever. But this is what he says, and I kind of cut the South Park stuff in with it. So yeah.
By the way, you know who's taking the jobs that are created? 107% of those jobs are taken by illegal aliens.
They took our jobs. Yeah, they took our jobs.
And you know who's being hurt the most by millions of people pouring into our country? The Black population and the Hispanic population.
They took our jobs. They took your jobs.
Because they're taking the jobs from our Black population, our Hispanic population.
They took our jobs. They took your jobs. They took your jobs. Took your jobs.
And they're also taking them from unions. The unions are suffering because of it. Thank you. Thank you. I like you too.
Sorry. This is yeah. They said watching all these movies and TV shows would never come in handy. Were they wrong? There are so many things I have cut in. I like cutting in Spaceballs, and Idiocracy is my favorite movie to clip in. If you guys, you know what? Well, we have a moment here. If you've never seen the movie Idiocracy, let me explain it to you. Okay, so Luke Wilson is the star of the movie, and he is put into suspended animation. It's supposed to be for a year, but it ends up being for 500 years. And in the present time, he's just a normal, average, everyday guy, not very smart. But in the future, he's the smartest guy on the planet. So in the future, people are so dumb, they've been watering their crops with a sports drink called Brondo, and they can't figure out why the crops won't grow. So then they get him because he took a really easy IQ test, which is funny. And he is now the smartest person in the world. Now he doesn't know anything about agriculture, but he figured out obviously that they're putting sports drink on here. But this is him trying to explain to them why you're supposed to put water on crops. And this reminds me of every time I watch this movie, it reminds me of Donald Trump and MAGA. I'm sorry. It does.
For the last time, I'm pretty sure what's killing the crops is this Brondo stuff.
The Brondo's got what plants crave. It's got electrolytes.
So wait a minute. What you're saying is that you want us to put water on the crops?
Yes.
Water? Like out the toilet?
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be out of the toilet, but yeah, that's the idea.
But Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes.
Okay, look. The plants aren't growing, so I'm pretty sure that the Brondo's not working. Now, I'm no botanist, but I do know that if you put water on plants, they grow.
Well, I've never seen no plants grow out of no toilet.
Hey, that's good. You sure you ain't the smartest guy in the world?
Yeah.
Okay, look, you want to solve this problem. I want to get my pardon, so why don't we just try it, okay? And not worry about what plants crave.
Brondo's got what plants crave.
Yeah, it's got electrolytes.
What are electrolytes? Do you even know?
It's what they use to make Brondo.
Yeah, but why did they use them to make Brondo?
Because Brondo's got electrolytes.
That's one of my favorite scenes from that movie. So yeah, now you understand what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen the movie, it's from 2006, but it's actually more relevant now than it was when they made it. Let's see what's going on. Let's hop back in over the DNC, see what's going on there.
Workers. This election is about two economic visions. One where families live paycheck to paycheck, where people have no right to join a union. A CEO's dream, but a worker's nightmare. Or an opportunity economy, where we lower the costs of groceries, prescriptions, and housing.
Yeah.
Where we go after big pharma, corporate landlords, and price gougers. Where there's no such thing as a man's job or a woman's job,
Okay.
or like Donald Trump would say, a black job.
Oh no. She said it.
Just
Oh
a
man.
good union job.
Oh, they're not gonna like that either.
That's the future.
They're gonna call it communism.
Our President
or
Joe
Marxism.
Biden has fought for. And that's the future Kamala Harris and Tim Walz will keep fighting for.
See,
Let's
this
build
is why
it together.
we went over this on the show yesterday. This is why Donald Trump or Elon Musk supports Donald Trump, because Elon Musk does not want a union. And yeah, and that's why Joe Biden's he's all for electric cars, but he's not for Elon Musk. So that's why Elon Musk supports Donald Trump, who is going around the country. You know what? I have a video of that actually. This is what Donald Trump goes around saying about electric vehicles and electric boats and shit. Here, that's what.
Now, I understand everyone's shit's emotional right now, but listen up.
No, they want electric everything. They want electric boats. The problem, the boats, they don't float because the battery is so heavy, it sinks the boat. They say, we don't care, we want them anyway. So I said, let me ask you a question. And he said, nobody ever asked this question. And it must be because of MIT, my relationship to MIT.
He's got a higher IQ than any man alive.
Very smart. He goes, I say, what would happen if the boat sank from its weight and you're in the boat and you have this tremendously powerful battery and the battery's now underwater and there's a shark that's approximately 10 yards over there. By the way, a lot of shark attacks lately. Do you notice that? And let's build a windmill on every corner. A windmill that doesn't work. Darling, I'd like to watch television. I'm sorry, the wind isn't blowing tonight. They don't have any clue. All they know is electric. They want electric army tanks. They want electric planes. What happens if the sun isn't shining while you're up in the air? Well, sir, I told you there'd be problems.
We're not talking about solar-powered planes, dipshit. But yeah, Donald Trump has no clue. But now all of a sudden he's going around the country saying, "Oh, you know, electric cars are fine." He actually said that he has to because Elon Musk gave him so much money. It's pretty much what he said. Not quote. That's not, you know, it's not word for word, but that's Donald Trump has a huge for sale sign around his freaking neck, and I can't believe that he's even still in the running as much as he is. But this is, like I was talking about earlier, Donald Trump has had all the bumps that he's going to have. He is not going to have any more popularity bumps. It's going to go down. Every time he opens his mouth, every time he holds one of those stupid emergency press conferences, anytime he's outside of his little MAGA bubble, it's a disaster. He loses support. And the DNC, I think, is going to be the final nail in this political coffin, because the interview with the NABJ was the beginning of the end, I believe. I think it's what we called on the show. And since then, it's been all downhill. But I think this is good because this is going to be a massive popularity bump for Kamala Harris because not only is mainstream media going to have it, I'm actually on demconvention.com. If you guys want to watch it yourselves without me talking over it, you can watch it on there for free, obviously. If you're on here, it's obviously free as well. So this is gonna be a massive popularity bump because I know they're gonna have surprise guests, big stars, and they also have, I believe, 200 pro-democracy influencers, like we were talking about. Retired Lieutenant Colonel Fred Wellman, Midas Touch contributor. He actually was invited to the DNC, and like I said before, also we're hoping to have him back on the show. He is a friend of our show. And I texted him earlier and asked if he could send me some pictures. So I'm hoping to get some pictures for the show tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but probably the end of the week. I'm hoping to have some pictures and talk about having him on the show. So the 200 of them are going to be there. So they're going to have, this is going to be a massive media blast, including social media. It's going to be all over social media. So I think this is going to be the massive boost that Kamala Harris needs. She's slowly gaining support over the last month, and she's beating Trump in a lot of polls, but she still needs a massive popularity bump. And I think this is what's going to be. Now I got somebody singing, so I don't know if I can show that without getting dinged for music. I don't want to do any copyright violations here. So let me play another video for you. So yeah, we talked about Donald Trump. We talked about Elon Musk a little bit. We talked about Jorkis the Penis Vance, JD Vance, a little bit. Let's talk about Don Jr. and Aiden Ross for a little bit, okay? Because these two guys, Don Jr. is obviously just a complete idiot. But I think he needs help because he did an interview recently with JD Vance, and JD Vance couldn't even get a word in because Donald Trump was just zooming along. Donald Trump Jr., I'm sorry, he was just zinging along. And then I have this Aiden Ross video I never showed before. I keep talking about it, and I keep forgetting to show it, where Aiden Ross talks about why he supports Donald Trump. Now, I want you to listen to why Aiden Ross supports Donald Trump. Here you go.
Give me 3 reasons why Trump is better than Biden. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just want to know if you're actually talking and you're not just a bot repeating
first
shit.
First of all, what happened with abortion is ridiculous. You should not be able to tell a woman what to do with her body. That's first of all. That's a woman's body.
You think?
Yeah, why are we doing this right now? We're on the stream.
You're so brain dead. You're so brain dead.
All right, Josh, do you have a sister?
Yeah, I have a sister, bro.
Okay.
Wait, you think Biden was the one that wanted abortion to be? That's what you think? That's how that works.
He's a president. He can, you know what I'm saying? He can not ban it. What do you mean?
All right, bro.
Yeah, that's why he thinks that Biden is the one trying to ban abortion, and he's against, telling women what to do with their bodies, but he supports Donald Trump, and he still does. The guy's an idiot. He's an absolute moron. So hold on one second. I'm trying to find the other video of him. August 6th. Can't remember what. Yeah, this is the one here. Hold on a second. This is the fun one. Hold on. Trying to find some more videos to show you guys. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so Aiden Ross, right? The guy's an idiot. So here's a couple of more videos that we've played before, but I'm saving all my new videos for tomorrow's show. So we're doing some of the old favorites, the old bangers. All right, so before I play the Don Jr. one, I want to play a couple of Aiden Ross ones. Here's first Aiden Ross showing on the whole world, the internet. I don't know how this guy's like worth $100 million. Okay, just watch this shit, please.
What does a fascist mean? It means you are a far right authorization ultra analyst, political ideology movement characterized by dictator leadership, centralized autocracy, militarism, forcible suppression of opposition. So I don't know what that means, bro. I swear to God. I don't know what the fuck a fascism is. I don't know what the fuck that is. Benito Mussolini and Giviante Gentile and Jason Stanley. Like, who the fuck are these people, bro? Never heard of my fucking life. What is an example of a fascist? Yo!
Yes, that's the moron that was interviewing Donald Trump. Oh, and this whole, you guys, if you guys see this on social media about Kamala Harris reaching out to Kai Cenat, I don't think that was Kamala Harris's team reaching out to Kai Cenat. Unless anybody can actually confirm that. As far as I can tell, I think it's Donald Trump's team. And people are misreading it. So, yeah. And this is Barron Trump's idea for Donald Trump to do stuff like that. But this is the other video of him and Aiden Ross. This is some funny stuff in there as well. But let me play this real quick. It's one of my favorite.
Can you imagine if I received the questions? It would be the electric chair. First thing I thought of when I heard about it is, how does the press get this information that's classified? How do they do it? You know why? Because it's an illegal process. You are old enough to have seen a time that was much different. You never saw heads chopped off until a few years ago.
I'll tell you about TikTok.
They built pipelines, and they failed.
Trump is going to keep TikTok going.
Hundreds of millions of dollars to consultants and lawyers, and they failed.
I wish I knew who made that accordion video. I kind of clipped those together, but yeah. I wish I knew who made that accordion video. I was always because we joked about it. That's what he looks like every time he does that. That's what he looks like. He's playing the accordion. All right, let's cut over to the DNC again real quick. I'm gonna stop streaming here in about 15 minutes. It's been about two hours. I've been on for 2 hours already. This is actually kind of fun. Yeah. Again, if you've just hopped on here, this is actually our first live stream.
Millions of lead pipes. It means providing clean air, clean water, safe roads and bridges, not just for us, but for generations to come. That's the legacy that President Biden is leaving our children. Let's keep building bridges to the future with Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. Let's work.
In Wisconsin, we also need leaders by our side. I'm Wisconsin's Lieutenant Governor, Sarah Rodriguez, but long before I took office, I was a registered nurse. I served in the Peace Corps at the height of HIV/AIDS and in Baltimore emergency rooms at the height of the heroin and gun violence epidemic. During the COVID pandemic, Trump and Wisconsin Republicans failed to protect our health. That's why I ran for office and flipped a red district blue. Because once a nurse, always a nurse. Now Trump is promising to terminate the Affordable Care Act.
Yes, he is.
Meddling in personal decisions between a woman and her doctor and threatening to slash Medicare. Vice President Harris fights for our health. She'll defend women's reproductive freedom and protect Medicare and Medicaid. Thanks to the Biden-Harris administration, insulin is capped at $35 a month for seniors. And they negotiated down the prices of 10 more life-saving drugs like Eliquis and Jardiance for Americans on Medicare. Kamala will continue to take on Big Pharma and lower the cost of prescriptions for everyone. Of course.
Thank you. Really?
Healthcare isn't just nice. About drugs and treatment.
I appreciate it.
It's about freedom.
If you've never been on before, like I said, this first time I've live streamed.
Choices. And the freedom to get the care you need without worrying about the cost.
Mike and I
Harris is fighting
we're going to live stream together tomorrow.
Future.
We normally do shows Tuesdays and Sundays. Tuesdays.
Let me tell y'all about Texas leadership
No shit. Oh, they're gonna talk about Texas. This can't be good.
I'm County Executive Lena Hidalgo, and I serve the 5 million residents of Harris County.
Texas is a disaster. Their power grid isn't even
Harris County
connected
includes
to the national.
Houston.
It's horrible.
Texas Governor Ann Richards said, "I've been tested by fire, and the fire lost." In the years I've been in office, we've dealt with chemical fires. We've dealt with 10 floods, 7 hurricanes.
See, this is so much different than the RNC, because the RNC was like transphobic rants and
Donald Trump
B-list celebrities that need pardons. And
he spread misinformation that cost lives.
I mean, on the last
to
day,
2021, when the Texas power grid went dark.
Yep, there you
Kamala
go.
Harris didn't just put out a tweet. She called me to make sure we had what we needed.
Hey, wait, didn't in Texas, they couldn't find Abbott?
Over the years,
They were
I've
trying to
learned
get in
that
touch
Kamala
with him or
Harris
something like that?
always calls.
Oh, you're on
And
Twitch.
not
I'm
only
sorry,
does she
Dream
call,
706. Thanks, man. I
she
appreciate
delivers.
it. We just started streaming
The
on Twitch.
very week she launched her campaign, she was down in Texas with vital FEMA assistance right after
I wish
Hurricane
Twitch allowed you
Beryl.
to upload like recorded
Kamala Harris
videos, because we usually
cares.
are not like streamers.
She will
We
never
do our shows, but we don't
risk
really stream
lives
very often.
for
But
the
yeah,
sake of politics. And she's leading the charge to protect
our shows
communities
are, if
from
you
extreme weather.
not watched this before, Tuesdays
The
at 8 p.m.
Biden-Harris administration have announced
And
at least $1 billion to help us
Sunday-
with just that. And Houston
Sundays at
is
2 p.m.
thriving.
And we do live shows. We'd like to do recorded shows again,
We
but
deserve leaders who acknowledge the threats, heck, the existence of climate change.
fine. Yeah,
We
please, that's
deserve
another
tough
big one.
leaders
Yeah, we're on
who have
YouTube.
our backs.
We're on YouTube.
We deserve compassionate leaders ready to
Hold
help.
on, I'll put it in the chat.
That's Kamala Harris and Tim Walz.
YouTube is our primary, what we're focusing on.
I can personally
Honestly, I
attest
just stream to Twitch because I can
Kamala is a
with this
leader
platform
who has
that I use. I
our
use StreamYard.
back. I'm California's Lieutenant Governor Eleni Kounalakis.
Oh, okay.
But I hold another title just as dear to me, Kamala Harris's friend. I met her when we were both trying to navigate.
What I was going to say is, yeah, we want to do more recorded material, more short form material, but we just don't have the time. So, like right now, Mike and I are just doing the 2 episodes a week. I'm just a single dad from Pennsylvania. Mike is married and up in New York. And yeah, we have a lot of ideas to just no funding. We've run this entire podcast for the last 10 months on just basically willpower and, people commenting, saying that they're enjoying what we're doing. I think we've managed to build a decent show with just 2 laptops. We've upgraded our cameras. I got a better microphone. Mike needs a microphone. I need a better computer because my laptop barely runs the video editing software that I use, so I can only do so much. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So yeah, for the last 10 months we've been doing this all for free, so we'd like to upgrade our shit. We just don't have the money to do it. But like I said before, and I hate asking for stuff like this, but we do have a GoFundMe link in the description of this video on YouTube. I don't know if it is on Twitch the same. I don't think it is. But on YouTube, it is the description of the video. Plus, it also has all of our social media information: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. We really don't use Twitter that much anymore. I'm on Threads more now than I am on Twitter, just because Twitter's accessible, and if you don't pay money, they don't give a shit about your tweets, and nobody sees them. So it's kind of pointless. But yeah, it's getting to be at the 2-hour mark, so I'm probably going to go ahead and wrap this up. But I do appreciate those of you that are watching. Mike and I will be back on tomorrow at 8 p.m. I don't know how long he'll be able to stay on. I'm going to try and do another 2 hours, and I'm going to try and stream an hour or 2 every night during this whole thing, because I want to get to, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. It's going to be exciting, and I hope they do a massive tribute to Joe Biden. And I'm going to be pissed if he comes on tonight after I hop off. But if not, we'll have clips for that as well. Man, I appreciate everybody that's watching. Mike and I love all our supporters, man. We get trolled on Instagram pretty hard, but you guys are great on YouTube and everything like that. We've really had a lot of fun doing this, and we want to continue doing this. So, yeah, if you could like and subscribe, you could share our videos with on other social media platforms like Facebook groups is a good way to help us get views. If you can't donate, obviously, I'm not asking if you can't, because I'm broke as fuck too. So I get it. You know what I mean? I'm just a single dad trying to hold my shit together while I'm trying to build something like this, which is ridiculous. I'm having a weird midlife crisis. So yeah, it's just we're trying to do our best, and we hope to continue building this. And a lot of times it's the comments that keeps us going. So yeah, appreciate all you guys' support. I'm gonna get off right now, but I'm gonna play one more fun video before I do. Hope you enjoy it, and yeah, we'll talk to you tomorrow again, 8 p.m. Talk to you soon, and I'm hoping to do some more streaming and invest some more time in this. And let me check the comments one more time. Oh, thanks. Right. Yeah. See, this is the stuff that keeps us going. Like I said, we're not monetized on any platform. Mike and I have been doing this for 10 months together since October of last year. We've not made a penny. And again, this is not about the money for us. This is about saving democracy. And we just want to participate. That's all we're trying to do. Whether it's a small part, if we can change a few minds along the way, great. But we know what we're up against. It is what it is. It really is what it is. So, oh, I just missed a good ad. Oh well, no big deal. But yeah, so we yeah, hope to see you again tomorrow. It'll be both Mike and I. Mike has a life, so and a wife, so he doesn't have as much free time as I do. So I'm gonna try and be on more often. I'm not very comfortable on my own. Actually, tonight was a lot of fun. It was a lot different. It went more smoothly. Like I said, I tried to stream that Twitter shit the other day, and I thought it was my computer that was messed up and couldn't do it. But no, it was because Twitter sucks. And Elon Musk, the tech genius, has not figured out how to host the proper Twitter space yet. Go figure. Probably because he fired everybody that was in that department. Yeah, I appreciate it. We love you guys too. But yeah, like I said, if you can share our content, like on Facebook Spaces is great because we can't promote our own content on Facebook Spaces. But if you guys share our videos on Facebook Spaces or groups, Facebook groups, that helps get the word out. If you share it on Threads, that helps because when we post our own stuff, obviously we're just promoting ourselves. But if you guys can help us promote like that as well, that's all you got to do. Just a couple clicks from you guys. That's all we need to grow. Subs and views, and that's all we need. Just your support is all we need. But we can't do it without you. That's the one thing. We cannot do this without you. It is absolutely impossible without your support. So we do thank you guys. It's been fun so far. We're going to keep going. And I'm done talking. I'm sorry, I'm ranting. But let me go play this last video, and then I'm out of here. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow with Mike. And we love you guys. Thanks for all this.